Welcome back to Olympus Critics. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a like for the algorithm that does the channel grow. We got to talk about season one of the Batman Cape Crusader. Bruce Timm, Matt Reeves, J.J. Abrams. The names are tagged on to this. This is probably gonna be a unpopular opinion. You may not like this. What I have to say about this show. It's gonna be some positives. Gonna be a lot of negatives. I did say this show is on the title trash. That's not no clickbait. That's I'm gonna be authentic. What I saw in this series. Now, it's all subjective. You like it? Hey, it worked for you. Me, it didn't. But let's get to some of the positives of this, because I do understand why Warner Brothers probably decided to throw this thing away. Amazon Prime picked it up. We're gonna get into the positives. The positives, some of these villains were positives. Not Turner. I love that episode. That was a creepy episode with that little girl. What she did, those little kids and all that. That was actually fun. I was not fun in that way, but she was dark. Like she almost got him if it wasn't for that little boy. That was a good episode. Onomatopoeia, that episode was pretty good. The hunt for Commissioner Gordon, but the target was Barbara Gordon. That was pretty good. Fun seeing Batman try to track them down and help them out in that situation. Gentleman's Ghost was a fun episode as well, because that's when he got first taste of supernatural. Fighting a ghost. He thought it was just somebody in a costume, and Alfred, he was trying to tell him, hey man, you got stuff out here. And that's another thing. The relationship between him and Alfred was rocky. They did not get along with each other in this series, this first season. He was not calling him by his first name. It was Pennyworth. They would clash a lot. He even yelled at Alfred. I'm like, dang, dang, Bruce, you a bit of an a-hole. And he was an a-hole in this season one. He was a big a-hole. He was a manipulator. Bruce Wayne at some point in these episodes, and I didn't really like that about him. That this season one really made you not like Bruce Wayne, what he was doing. And I like that Alfred stood on business. He let him know, like, yo, man, that ain't cool. Especially when you get to the part where, Harvey gets the acid thrown on his face, and you think Bruce is there to be his friend, but really he's there just to gather information. And Alfred let him know. He put him in his place, like, yo, man, that wasn't cool. You're supposed to be there for your friend, but instead you pressured him into what happened, and you triggered him, and look what happened, which I did like Two-Face, by the way. We're going to get to him. But Gentleman's Ghost was a good one. Clayface episode was pretty good. I did enjoy that. But the Two-Face, that I got to give him a home run on how they did Two-Face. That was the star of the show, the villain of the show right there. Not Turner. I'll put her right there. Is number 2. Gentleman's Ghost number 3. Clayface and Onomatopoeia. But I did enjoy Two-Face. We're gonna get to what turned me off with the negatives, but that right there, I give him an A+. I wanted more Two-Face. He really was menacing. He really was wreaking havoc across the city, like we got in Batman The Dark Knight. I gotta give them an A+ on how they handled Two-Face, Harvey Dent. That was beautifully done. Now let's get to the negatives. The negatives, Harley Quinzel, whatever you want to call her, the Jester, whatever. That was trash. That was trash. That was trash. I don't know what the heck they decided to do with that character. That was trash. Listen, everything else I just hit the pot. We're trying to get to the negative. That was trash, man. How they did her, how they wrote her down, trash. I did not find that character interesting at all. At all. Terrible villain. Terrible. Whatever they tried, whatever idea that was, it was god awful. God awful. Now the Penguin, trash. Trash. There was no reason to gender swap the Penguin at all. I was not impressed with what I was seeing. I'm like, if you I don't have a problem with you putting female villains in the forefront. But the gender swap the Penguin for that trash we got in that first episode, you better miss me with that. That was god awful to get through. I had to get through that. That was terrible. It just tells me there was no purpose of gender swapping him at all. When you got all these female villains in the Rose Gallery of Batman, you could have put in there, and you didn't have to do that at all. That was just that to me. That was just god awful. That right there, those two characters really brought the show down, in my opinion. What they were trying to do with that. Another thing is, they took out Two-Face. Why would you do that? He was your best villain. You should have took out that female Penguin and Harley Quinzel. They were your two weakest villains. You gonna take out your strongest villain that was actually bringing some attention and some excitement to the show? Now I can understand why you kept Nocturna alive, because that was a pretty good episode. But those two episodes were bangers with Two-Face in it. That was stupid. Now, here's another negative. Batman shooting the gun. I did not like that, because Batman has, he doesn't like picking up guns and stuff like that. I did not like that. But taking out Two-Face, man, that just hurt me, man, because he was really good. Another thing, at the end, what the heck was that? That little credit. I don't know if that was a credit scene with the Joker. His voice was so goddamn deep. I thought he was gonna say, "My name is Mordecai." Why is his voice so deep? What? Y'all couldn't call Troy Baker? Really? You couldn't call Troy Baker to voice him? If you have not seen The Long Halloween, the man sounds just like Mark Hamill. Fantastic job. Y'all couldn't call him? I was satisfied with the two episodes, but when that last scene came up, when they showed the Joker, I'm like, oh, okay, this is the Joker. And all you see is his eyes. And he was like, what was that? He said, perfect. What? Ugh. I was looking disgusted. Dad, I just threw my hands up. And I'm like, what the heck is that? That's your Joker? He got a voice that deep? Listen, it reminded me of the Batman WB. I did not like that version of the Joker. Not Mark Hamill. Troy Baker, you couldn't call him up and say, hey, I need you to come voice this character. I said, I'm done. That's it. That drew me out. A Joker that deep of a voice, and then he did. What was he? I don't know, man. Y'all let me know. Did you enjoy this series? It just all that stuff just said, okay, this is probably the one and done. If they get to season 2, I'm probably not gonna watch it. A lot of stuff just took me out of it. There were some positives, but I just did not understand why they killed Two-Face off, because that was great right there. Him and Nocturna, Gentleman's Ghost. He's not really dead, he just got taken by that dude Midnight, who I thought was an interesting character. A lot of stuff they were pushing in this show I did not like, that they did not have to do. But I can't, no. It had some positive, but I can see why WB said get it on up out of here. But post comments, let me know what you guys think about this series. Did you enjoy it? I'll get you guys later.